Good morning, everybody. This is Daniel with Peace and Plenty Farms. I don't normally do a video first thing in the morning, but I thought I would walk you out here. Now, you can see where the rabbit has been pulling out her hair for the bunnies, for the kits. But, one of them didn't make it through the night. Well, that's sad. I like to walk along here and check everything out, but there were 4. And you can see the one didn't make it. She just hasn't pulled enough hair out to, or put bedding in there from the straw. See, we've got this straw here, and normally they'll make a little bed for them and keep them wrapped up. But she's been pulling her hair out and dropping it on out through the cage instead of putting it around the rabbits. So I rigged up this light. It's a 250 watt heat lamp to help keep them warm at night. But somehow or another we lost one. But that's the way it goes. Could have been where she sat on it or something. So I had an extra. This is the male right here that was in what I call the stockyard, but it's more like a colony, second colony, because we ended up with 6 or 7 kits out of that female, and she's got those in the dog cage now. This one here, I don't know what happened. She had 9 little kits, but I don't think she sat on them, or they got cold, or maybe we touched them a little bit too soon and she rejected them, so they didn't make it. This one is due any day now. These 3 right here, 1, 2, and 3 are due any day. So I like to, in the morning, first thing, walk by and check and make sure there aren't any, on the ground where she's had them through the cage or whatever. Just check that out in the morning. Each morning I walk by there and see how they're doing. Let's go around and check on the pigs. I need to mix up the medication first thing in the morning for the pigs. They're usually still sleeping. Yeah, they're still sleeping. I don't know if you can see them, but they're right there, still sleeping. I don't know why they like that particular spot up against that gate over there. The little silky chicks are out. Let's walk over here and check out the silky chicks. I think once these little silky chicks, next spring, they'll be big enough to start brooding, and we'll be able to brood and hatch just about as many chicks as we want to with this many silkies going broody, if they start going broody, and that'll be good. The Marans are out. A Copper Maran right there, and the hen. Boy, is he protective of her. Yesterday she got behind the concrete blocks inside of one of these coops. She was behind there, and he couldn't see her, and he started making a really weird noise, like, where are you, where are you? And the hen was like, I'm right here. And she was looking around kind of scared, and he was calling, and he was getting more and more frantic, and she was getting more and more frantic, and they were just on the other side of and couldn't see each other. But she wasn't responding to his cries, and then he eventually found her and settled down. It was funny to watch that. It's really interesting, the things that happen on the farm, that the personalities of the chickens. The silky broody, I put her in here because the coop was tied up at the time, but she's still sitting in here. She's got her food and water, and I put this little door over top of her area right there. I think she's sitting on about 5 or 6 eggs in there, so we'll see how that does. The broody coop is empty right now. Don't have anything in there. But what we plan to do today is fence in the far side of the property I got the north side done yesterday, finished. We're going to start on the south side today. I've got the vintage Cub all rigged up with the turntable trailer and the wire, and the zero turn has the little trailer hooked up with all the tools and everything in it. So we're going to get I'm going to get these out and get headed. It's a long ways over to the other side, across the little wooden bridge and up to the top of the hill, and get this hooked up to the corner there and get ready to start rolling it out. Now when we get to the little creek this time, we may actually put in some ramps. I've got these 2x12s. I may try to cross the creek with these 2x12s instead of just plowing through. Yesterday I tried to plow through and got hung up and had to pull the tractor out and all that. So we may try some ramps. But let me get the medication for the pigs, make sure they've got their food. Then I'm gonna jump on this vintage Cub and head on over there. So we'll see how the day goes and we'll keep you posted. And remember, it's come grow with us. Okay, this is how far we got this morning. The little tractor's already stuck. I was gonna lay some boards down, but the rain that we've had lately has made it's completely wet all the way through here. And there's one short little section right there. I was gonna lay a board across that, but that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to drag it with the T100. We'll have to pull it right on through this whole muddy area all the way up to there. So I've got it unrolled, tied it into that corner up there, and pulled it all the way through here. So let me get the T111 hooked up and we'll see what's going, and we'll bring you up to date. Alrighty, we got this section done through here. This was approximately 330 feet from this corner post right here all the way up to 95 on the other side over there. So we're able to stretch it out. The trailer did get hung up in the mud right there. I showed you a picture of that. Well, as we were pulling it out, the turntable trailer actually broke, so I'll show you a picture of that. But from here, from this post right here, we'll go up to the strawberry fence right there. I think that's about 60 or 70 feet right there. And what I'll do is I'll take that big heavy roll and I'll roll it out on the ground, and I'll cut the 70 to 80 feet that I need, and just bring that piece over here and stretch it out and do that one section at a time. There's only 4 more sections to go, and they're all like that, 50 feet, 30 feet. So we'll just cut them and do them one at a time. But what happened with this turntable, this is the turntable right here. This is half of it. And you can see where the ball bearing got hung up. And when it got hung up like that, it wouldn't turn. And I continued to pull, and then it just pulled this whole thing off of the trailer. So that half sat in here, and these are the ball bearings that rolled around inside of here. And I think next time what I'll do is I'm going to put a wheel right here, just like that, a wheel like this, and a wheel over here on this corner, and the wheel will be right against the plywood that's going around right here. Let me show you on the right here. I've got this rounded. I'd have to make a new one so that it goes all the way around right here, because I used a scrap piece of plywood, and this piece was missing. But if I cut another one of these and I make it perfectly round, then I can put a wheel right here and another wheel right here. And that way, when you're pulling on that wire, you'll be pulling right here, you're pulling on it, the plywood will be up against that wheel, and it won't be pulling on this little tiny turntable thing right here. So I'm really done with it. There's no sense in modifying it right now. I'd have to order another turntable thing off of eBay or something, wherever I found it, and that'd take a week or two for it to come in. So we'll just roll it out and do it in 50-foot, 30-foot sections at a time, because there's only 4 or 5 more sections to go. All right, we're going to get some lunch, and we'll see how energetic we are after lunch and tackle some more of this fence project. New things on the farm are always exciting. So this is our first Maran egg. The Copper Maran laid her first egg today. So that's exciting. We have our first egg. Now, my plan is to take as many as she can lay, and the next time the Silky or the red hen that I have, next time they go broody, I hope to have about 5 or 6 of these Maran eggs for them to sit on. That'll be really exciting. First one. Thanks for watching, and keep in mind it's about the harvest.